Hello and welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. Today we'll be reading for Taurus for the week of July 6th through July 13th. Let's start by cleansing the cards and setting silent, mindful intentions. All right, so Taurus, we're going to be reading for you and also the person in your energy. I'm going to be pulling two Celtic crosses. We're going to be seeing where you two are mirroring each other, where there are any synchronicities, and also where you two are not in alignment. Okay, let's shuffle the decks. All right, Taurus, let's see what is going on with you for the week of July 6th through the 13th. The heart of the matter is the Queen of Swords, truth, crossed by the Queen of Cups, love. The root of the matter, the Knight of Swords. Fast information coming in. Recent past, 10 of Cups. Happiness. Fulfillment. Happy home, happy life. Crowning. Eight of Swords. You're all in your head about something. Your future. Wow, you are really in your head about something. Nine of Swords. Okay. Your role, the Page of Pentacles. Your person's role, the Star card. Wish fulfillment. Hopes and fears. Oh. You are progressing through this pain. Final outcome, the Moon. Okay. All right, Taurus. All right. Bottom of the deck, energy, undercurrents, Six of Swords, moving on. Moving on after a painful battle. All right, let's see what's, just looks, just from this, it just looks like something devastating happened to you. That you're healing, so that's good. All right, so your person's energy, let's see, the heart of the matter. Ten of Swords. That's in your hopes and fears. Crossing them is the Knight of Cups. A love offer. The root of the matter is the Hanged Man. Stagnation, no movement. Recent past. Ace of Pentacles, new offers, new opportunities, possibly financial, job. Crowning, Ace of Wands, new passion. Near future, the Magician. Their role, the Two of Wands, looking to the past. Your role, the Seven of Swords. Thief in the night energy. Their hopes and fears. Five of Wands. They want to fight for something. They're afraid that they'll lose that fight. Final outcome. Seven of Pentacles. Standing back, looking at all of their hard work. Bottom of the deck energy for your person is the Empress. All right, let's see what is going on here. Now, looks like the two of you aren't talking right now. There's no forward movement other than you're going through a grieving process. That's very clear. All right. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords at the heart of the matter, which is a truth that came through. It was so hard that it's like this Ten of Swords that you're moving towards is what is your person is obsessing about. And it came about by this truth that's clarified by the Two of Wands, which is your person's current energy, Ace of Cups. Did your person get with a past person? They hook up with somebody from the past? All right. Crossing you is the Queen of Cups. Clarified by King of Swords, Six of Wands, and Judgment. Yeah, you love this person. But yeah, there was some hard, fast truth that came in. There was some hard, fast truth that came in, and judgment, karma is at play here. All right, what was this hard, fast truth? This Knight of Swords, clarify that. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Sneaky behavior. Your person was doing something dirty with finances. Like, they're a part of something. I don't know why Ponzi scheme keeps coming. Or Bitcoin found a way to, like, bad investments. Did they steal from you? It's like you guys had a joint account and you realized what was going on, and you like a thief in the night, you like came through, swooped through, and like took all of your money. That's only for a select few of you, but you had to do some underhanded things in order to make sure that you were okay. Well, whoever that pertains to, leave a comment, tell me. Tea, I want the tea. Okay. Recent past, 10 of Cups. You guys had it all. You guys were like the perfect couple. Clarify that by, yeah. Your person, gambling. Are they addicted to gambling? Always looking over their shoulder. And like you were like, if you would just have come to me and talked to me about this shit, I could have helped you out with this stuff. And now you're all like in your head because they really left you in a state where, like, if they had come to you and talked to you about it, you could have helped them. But now there's nothing that you could do except for, like, gather up what you can. Aw, these cards slipping out. Gather up what you could so that you could, like, save yourself from financial ruin. And now also realizing that the person that you had this beautiful life with, it was all just a lie. And you're really having a hard time getting out of your thoughts. Clarify the 8 of Swords with the World card, the Queen of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying to, like, you're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul type thing. It'll all work out. It will, because it's your... This is you, Taurus. You are just, like, grounded. You're smart. You're savvy. You're resourceful. You don't get all worked up about, you don't have a bunch of emotional outbursts, but, you're all up in your head, and the universe is letting you know it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Your near future, 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're going to take the blinders off. You're stepping forward, you're moving forward, and you're looking at your options, and it feels overwhelming. Let's clarify this 9 of Swords with Ace of Wands, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands. Yeah, this person's going to try and make a bunch of offers to you, bunch of, like, maybe sexy messages, whatever. Try and connect with you on a sexual level, but like you're just like, I just can't even with you. I mean, the sex was good. You loved this person. You loved your life together. But they just took everything. And is the sex worth it? Is the sex worth all of the, insecurities over money and finances, knowing that you can't trust this person with anything? Like, they're stealing from you. They're stealing from you to go and gamble this money away. Like, do they play the lottery too much? Like, I'm seeing, like, those machines that they started putting in, like, the convenience stores. Like, are they spending all their time sitting at those little booths at the convenience stores? Page of Pentacles. This is your energy. clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Sun card, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they're coming to you asking you for money. I don't know if there are kids involved, you know, and you're like, well, I don't want to give this person money, but I want to make sure that my kids are taken care of while they're in their custody. You know, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know, maybe you need to revisit what your custody arrangement was, you know, or is. If they don't have food for your kids, sometimes when you give them things, oh, it's so hard though, because like you don't want to enable this person who's addicted to gambling and like they're not financially stable. You know, you don't want your kids to miss out on a parent. It's so sticky. It's so sticky. All right, their energy, they're coming up as the Star. That's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. That's their final outcome. The Five of Cups, and also the Four of Cups. Yeah, this person, they were not in it for love. They weren't. You were their wish fulfillment. Like, they're just standing back looking at. They have unrealistic expectations of what money can actually do for them. Okay, so the phrase, money can't buy happiness. All right, now when you spend money, does it bring you a bit of happiness? Yeah, it does. I mean, it's dopamine, you know, you're dopamining. I love that phrase. When you're shopping, you know, you get your packages from Amazon. There's a reason why they're like this multi-billion-dollar companies, because it feels good to spend money on things. And then the money's spent, and then that dopamine is gone, because then reality smacks you in the face and it's like, you needed to pay bills. You needed to go buy groceries. You know, your baby needs some diapers and formula. All right, your hopes and fears here. Yeah, this person was not your wish fulfillment. They may have felt good in the beginning, and you guys may have had what appeared to be a happy life, but you guys were also hiding. Like, you were always having to look over your shoulder and figure out what the hell your person's up to. That's no way to live, Taurus. That's no way to live. All right, your hopes and fears, Ten of Swords. You're just like, come on, let's just get the healing over with already. Yeah, that's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, bearing yourself in work, Justice, and the Death card. Yeah, you're gonna be fine, because you are. You're gonna bury yourself in work. The coin's gonna come. This relationship needs to end though, because justice is coming through. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Wheel of Fortune come in, kind of forcing you out of this lingering that you're in. You know, this mind-numbing, lingering state. Okay, final outcome is the Moon. Clarify the Moon. Yep, here's your single lady era. You're moving on. You see things very clearly. No muss, no fuss. This is like Taurus energy in a nutshell. Just very like intuitive and, you know, wise beyond your years. Just very like down to earth. Like, oh no, honey, it's not just black and white. There are shades of gray, and I see all of them, you know. I see what the Moon is hiding. Bottom of the deck energy is that Three of Cups. Yeah. All right, so for your person, clarify that Ten of Swords with, which is the heart of the matter. Clarify that Ten of Swords with King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. 3 of Cups. Yeah. So, sometimes this third party situation is not always a person. Sometimes it's an addiction, Oh, gosh, there was, I can't remember. I think it was, it's been a long time since I've listened to country music. I mean, I don't mean disrespect, but when I was listening to country music, I noticed that I was getting very depressed and I had to stop listening. But there was this song, and it was called If Whiskey Were a Woman. I think it was Patty Loveless, maybe? Yeah, If Whiskey Were a Woman. And that's what you're fighting with. You're fighting with addiction, and you can't punch her in the face, you can't pull her by her hair. It's a decision that your person has to make to get over this addiction. This gambling addiction, this addiction to drugs, alcohol, whatever they're addicted to, and you love them, and it's painful because you guys you were making it work, but Taurus, really it was you making it work, because when you're with someone who has an active addiction, you're overcompensating for everything that they're doing. All right, crossing them is the Knight of Cups, so they do love you. They do love you. All right, clarify the Knight of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor. Yeah, they know that you are better off without them. And like you can see here, this Knight of Cups offer, underlying that is they really want to get back to this 10 of Pentacles with you, not this 10 of Cups. Not happy love. They want money. They're still very much in their addiction. Okay, the root of the matter is the Hanged Man. Yeah, they're not healing. They're not seeking help. They may not even realize that they have a problem. All right, let's clarify this with the 3. Yeah, they're waiting for their ships to come in. They have magical thinking when it comes to money. Like, they're the people who will go to the conferences at the hotels with the free lunches, thinking that this get-rich-quick scheme is going to work. Like, they're the ones who put all of these, like, pyramid schemes. They keep them active because they really think that, oh, if I just throw money at this, if I throw money at that, if I throw money into the slot machine, I'm going to use the lottery as my savings account. I'm going to spend all of my money because eventually my ships will come in. Yeah, King of Pentacles, the Tower. It's all going to come crashing down for them. Like, they're going to just stay in this state until they can't anymore, until the universe comes through and is like, enough, enough. Recent past, Ace of Pentacles, this new money-making scheme that they got themselves into that jeopardized you and the family and the kids. Clarify that with the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, they've got somebody whispering in their ear. I don't know if they've got somebody who like plays the stock market. Like, this is for several of you and very specific stories. So please, like, share with me in the comments what is going on, because I would, we all love a good cup of tea. But yeah, there, some of you, that your person has somebody whispering in their ear about, oh, you should get this stock, go that stock, this one's up, I don't know all the terms. I don't do stocks, but bull's high, whatever, bears down. All right, crowning them is this, yeah, you guys had a really great sex life, really good sex life. And that's sometimes hard. Oh, what's that term? Yeah, for the females, you get dickmatized, you can almost like not pay attention to anything else that's around you because the sex is so good. Now be careful with that. All right, this Ace of Wands clarified by Page of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, your person is feeling very much like left out in the cold. They're not interested. They really want this money, you know, and they know how to get things out of you. They know how to make you happy. And right now they're trying to manifest ways to do that, to come back in. All right, clarify the Magician with, yeah. They're love bombing you through text messages. Maybe they're even like having flowers delivered, or they're, you know, sending you sexy photos, stuff like that. There it is. What did I say? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. This person, they didn't give you everything that you deserved. You deserved more love and affection than what they gave you. And their displays of love were very calculating. And I mean, this is very much how people with active addictions behave, is that you are not the most important thing in their life. Feeding the addiction is the most important thing in their life. And you cannot force them to want to fix it. You can't love the addiction away. You just can't. They have to want to change. They have to want it. And you can't want it enough for both of you. You have to want better for yourself than this. All right, so their energy, they're looking to the past, you know, probably looking at this, you know, very happy home life that you made sure that kept up and running. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. There it is again. Wow. Wow. Look at that. That's them. They're trying. They're remembering a time when their addictions weren't in play. They're wanting to have victory over it. And it's tough, you know. We all have things that we're addicted to. Like I was a cigarette smoker for years and years and years. And I tried quitting several times. Now, it didn't ruin any relationships that I had, but, you know, I could see where if it was an addiction to something else, it would have. I was also married to an addict for years, and they really, it doesn't matter how many Al-Anon groups you go to or how often they go into rehab. It doesn't matter. They have to want it. They have to want it. And it looks like this person, they want to have victory over these addictions. They have to go through the process of it. And this is kind of hopeful. It's hopeful that maybe they will, you know, because they are very much just like, I'm just hanging out here in my addictions right now. But this Tower is coming for them. It's forcing them to change. And either they'll digress and sink further into their addictions, or they will go and get the help that they need. So yeah, your energy is sneaking out like a thief in the night. You were doing everything that you could for self-preservation, for you, the kids, anyone that is getting lost in the sea of this addicted person's the repercussions. They tell themselves, you know, oh, I'm only hurting myself. No, you're affecting every single person who is connected to you. Every single person. So you had to sneak out like a thief in the night. Let's clarify that by, yeah, the Empress, the Judgment card, and the Ace of Cups. Now you picked up your love, and you are putting all of this energy into, you know, just birthing a new life for yourself. Very moon energy, very high priestess energy, Empress energy. All right, your person's hopes and fears is the Five of Wands. They want to fight. They want to fight for you. They want to fight this addiction. They're also afraid of losing the battle. All right, let's clarify that with the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Looks like they may also have a sex addiction as well, maybe pornography. It doesn't look like they've put you into a third-party situation, but they might have. They're fighting themselves. They're afraid they're going to lose the battle to their addictions. All right, and their near future is the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify that with the Moon. The High Priestess. You saw me shuffle the decks. The cards don't lie. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, that's you. Holding on to your money. Moving in secrecy and silence. Shrouded in darkness. That's not a bad thing. Like, you're moving silently through the world and you're standing your ground. I love this. Taurus, it really looks like this person, maybe you're married to them. They're really struggling, and it's they may be like one of these like when they're not in active addiction, they're like the best person in the planet. That's how you guys got to that 10 of Cups. You know, they're just like this amazing, awesome person. And then all of a sudden this addiction takes over and you don't recognize them anymore. And they don't recognize themselves. Like, they're starting to see that this addiction is really taking over their lives. And here's the thing is, like, you want to be there to help them through it, thinking that, you know, if you could just fight together, you guys could get this. But this is their battle. This is something that they have to figure out how to fix on their own. You can't fix this for them. You can't. What you can do is you can keep focused on yourself. You know, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Keep going to work. Keep showing up for the kids. Keep, you know, aligning yourself with what the universe is bringing into your life. And, you know, if they really want to fight for this, let them do the work. Let them do the work. You know, you can be as supportive as you want to, but, you know, maybe giving them money is not the answer. Maybe giving them sex is not the answer. You know, letting them know that you support them, but without having to sacrifice anything of yourself at this point in time, because you have sacrificed so much already. All right, Taurus, that's all I have for you for today. I will see you next Monday. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me, you know, what's going on with you. Also, I am offering personal readings, and the information is in the description. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you for tuning in to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. And until next week, be blessed, Taurus.